Good morning, y'all. Well, I wanted to start the class off and share a reference book that I have with you. It's a book that we got years ago, and I don't even know where. And I wouldn't have thought it would have been such a major part of our practice for so long, but it's really good. So it's called Yoga: The Trainer's Inside Guide to Your Workout. You can see it here. The author's name is Goldie Carpel Oren. And it's got a lot of really good like anatomy stuff that talks about the various poses. And then at the back, the reason I'm bringing it into class today is it's got some common flows, like asana flows. And this one, today we're going to talk about Sun Salutation A and Sun Salutation B, which are some really common variations on the Sun Salutation as we continue our focus on Sun saluting. All right, so find your way to your mat. I'm going to go move back to my mat and we'll get things started. If you have your blocks, bring them to your mat. You might want them for stability or to sit up on. We'll start with our familiar seated warm-up. Grounding, breathing, no big surprises here. All right. Sitting up nice and tall. Back is nice and straight. Back of the neck is long. Release any tension in your shoulders. And just kind of mentally scan your body for any areas of tension. Notice all the points of contact with the floor. And take stock of your environment. Let's begin to focus on our breath. Allow your eyes to come out of focus, or you can close your eyes if that's comfortable to you. And then just begin to focus on the gentle flow of your breath as you breathe in and out through the nose. Let's begin to deepen our breath, taking a gentle inhale all the way in to a count of 4. And hold for a count of 4. 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Hold. Exhale. Inhale for 4. Hold 4. Exhale 8. Release your breath. Drop your chin to your chest. And then let's roll out the back of the neck. Roll the left ear up to the left shoulder as you inhale. Chin comes back down to the chest as you exhale. And then rolling the right ear up to the right shoulder. And then exhale down. And let's just keep that motion going on your own, at your own pace. It's warming up the back of the neck. Very good. Bring your head back to neutral position. Clasp your hands behind you. Press your arms straight, and then lift your palms away, your arms away from your back. Lift your heart. Starting to open up those muscles and connective tissues on the front of the chest and shoulders. Continue breathing. Exhaling, you drop your hands back down and then clasp your right wrist with your left hand. Give it a gentle traction downward, drop your left ear over to the left shoulder, and then roll your head forward and back. Just trying to get everything moving in the shoulders, neck, upper chest region. Good. And then let's switch. Clasp your left hand, gentle traction down. Right ear comes over to the right shoulder. Very good. Inhaling, release that hand. And then bring your both arms up and overhead. Palms touch. Inhale, looking up, arching back slightly. Exhale, bringing your hands to cactus arms. Cross the right arm under the left. And then continue wrapping that hand around till you bring your palms together. Lift the elbows to about shoulder level. And breathe into the stretch that you're feeling on the back of your shoulders. Inhale, arms come back out to cactus arms. And then exhale, coming back, bring the left arm under the right. Wrap that arm around. Palms come together and lift the elbows. Bring your awareness to your breath. Very good. Inhaling, arms come out to the sides again. Then let's plant the right arm. Bring the left arm up and reach up and over. Good side, seated side stretch. The right hand is grounded. That right shoulder is on the back of your body. Direct your gaze up at the ceiling beyond your left hand. And then big inhale, exhale, reach forward and across. Just warming up our spine, moving it in all directions. You can feel your left shoulder move away from midline as you reach across this way. And then inhale, lifting the heart to the sky. Arm comes to the back, looking up at the sky. Big inhale, exhale, come to the side, and then inhale, coming up to a sit. That arm, flying arm comes to the ground, right arm comes up and over. Reach up and out, looking up at the hand. Right hand is grounded, left hand is grounded. Feeling a good stretch along the left side, the right side. I seem to have a problem with my right and left today. Reach forward and across. Creating some space between those rib cage on the right. Shoulder comes away from midline. Now inhale, rolling the heart open to the sky. Looking up. Exhale, hands come to the side. Inhale, coming up to sit. Bring that right hand around behind you to the base of your spine. Sit up nice and tall. Put your left hand on your right thigh and look back over the right shoulder. Gentle seated twist. On an inhale, come back to center and on around to the left. Left hand comes behind you. Right hand comes to the left thigh. Sit up nice and tall and look back over that left shoulder. And then inhale, coming back to center. Let's do our Anuloma Viloma practice this morning. So sitting up nice and tall, rest your left hand on your thigh. Right hand comes up, folding down the first two fingers for alternate nostril breathing. Take a nice gentle inhale all the way in through the nose and out through the nose. I recommend closing your eyes and just really focusing inward. Another deep inhale all the way in through the nose. Close the right nostril with your thumb. Exhale for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, same side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the finger, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the thumb, exhale, 8. Inhale, same side for 4. Hold for 4. Open the finger, exhale, 8. Inhaling, same side. Close the finger, hold for 4. Open the thumb, exhale, 8. Inhale, same side for 4. Hold for 4. Open the finger, exhale, 8. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Open the thumb, exhale, 8. Inhale for 4, final pass. Hold for 8. Exhale for 8. Release your hand. Release control of your breath. Sit very still. Watch your breath. And when you're ready, gently flutter your eyes open. Big inhale. Roll your shoulders up and back and then rest them on the back of your body. All right, let's get ready for our warm-up practice today. I wanted to talk a little bit about our class today because we've talked so far about variations within the Sun Salutation. Sun Salutation is a traditional warm-up flow. We talked about it last week as a meditative practice. You can use it also as a workout, a light workout, and that's kind of the way the Sun Salutation A and B are going to take us today. They're common. They're if you like, just Google either of those names, you'll see variations of each of those. So I've kind of condensed it into a couple of versions that I find work, and I'll share those with you. We're also going to talk a little bit about our focus on a couple of different asanas today: Cobra pose and its cousin, the upward facing dog. All right. So let's first we're going to continue our warm up. So let's come to our hands and knees for our tabletop pose. Rosie, if you'll share the blanket with me here, thank you. All right, I use a blanket to pad my knees just because I hold cranky knees. All right, so in good alignment with your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, let's inhale, lifting the crown of the head, lifting the tailbone, dropping your heart down between your arms, and then exhale, round the back, tuck your tail under, tuck your chin, inhale up, and then exhale down. Inhaling up, and then exhaling down. Keep this motion going. Just moving your spine. And then when you find yourself back in neutral, let's go side to side. So exhaling as you look back to the side, and then inhaling as you come forward, and then exhaling as you look back to the other side, and then inhaling forward. Just keep that motion going on your own, at your own pace. Focusing on your mind, focusing on your breath, and taking note of how your body feels with all of these positions. Good. Now coming back to neutral. Walk your hands out in front of you all the way. Arms are nice and straight. Then melt your heart down towards the mat, looking up at your hands. If you find that your chest is resting on the floor, you can come up on your fingertips. That'll give you a little bit of extra space, just to allow your shoulders to really gain some space and begin to stretch under the armpits and along the sides of your torso. Lifting your tailbone, melting your heart downward. On an inhale, walk your hands back under you. Plant the left hand underneath your nose. Lift the right hand up to the sky. Very good. Looking up at that right hand. Exhaling, that hand comes back down underneath the nose. And then the left hand comes up, reaching the hands away from each other. Looking up and back. And exhale that hand back down to the floor. Make sure your toes are tucked in the back. And then we're going to go into our balancing stick pose. So bring the right foot directly behind you, straighten the leg, and then lift that leg up and in line with your torso. I kind of went a little too far there. And then bring the left arm up and alongside your ear, reaching the right foot and the left hand away from each other. And then focus on your breath. You're looking down at the mat, just in front of your hands. On an inhale, reach back and grab that right foot with your left hand. Kicking the foot into your hand, open the shoulder. Still looking down at the mat. So pressing that strong right hand into the mat. When you're ready, on an inhale, release the foot and bring it back out behind you. Left arm comes out in front of you, very much in control, lowering the hand and foot to the mat. Beautiful. Here we go. We're going to do the other side. So straighten the left leg behind you. Nice and straight. Flex the heel. Lift that leg up in line with your torso. Bring the right arm up alongside the right ear. Engage your core. Find yourself in balancing stick. Remember to breathe. And then on an inhale, reach back and grab your foot. Kicking that foot into your hand. Opening that right shoulder. Opening the left hip. And a big inhale, straightening that left leg out behind. Right arm comes up alongside the right ear. And in control, we lower them each down to the mat. Good. Hands come to the top of the mat. Fingers nice and flat. Hands, palms nice and flat. Strong. Tuck your toes, and then you're going to lift your knees and hips coming into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Press your heart down towards your feet. Pedal the feet, starting to warm up the back of the legs. Go back, hips. Good. And then coming to stillness, press the heels down towards the floor. They don't have to touch. Press the heart down towards the feet. Lift the tailbone up to the sky. Very good. Lift that left foot straight up behind you, coming into three-legged dog. Open the hips to the side. And then drop that foot down and try and kick yourself in the bottom. Very good. And when you had enough bottom kicking, bring that foot back down to the mat. And then inhale to let the right foot up. Open the right hips up to the side. Beautiful. And then kick yourself in the bottom with the right foot. Very good. Bringing the right foot back down to the mat. Lift the left foot again, and then step forward between the hands. Drop the back leg, drop the back knee. If you have blocks, you may want to use them. Bring them in underneath your hands. It'll allow you to push your hips forward, push your heart forward, pull your shoulders onto the back. We're aiming to have our knee over our ankle here. And really just breathe into those hips as they start to stretch. And feel the reality of this posture. As you find comfort in this position, let's activate it by flexing on the gluteal muscles on the right. And energetically, without moving the foot, the front foot, try and drag that heel back towards your back. So it kind of locks your hips in place here. Press the heart forward. Engage your lower abdominal muscles. Very good. Focus on the breath. You may want to move your blocks back about a foot, coming back, straightening that front leg. Lifting the toes up to the sky, press your heart down towards that foot. Feeling a good stretch along the back of this left leg. Flex the front of the muscles on the front of your thigh, lifting the kneecap. That's going to intensify the stretch on the back of the leg. Now, come forward, press your heart forward, coming back into low lunge. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, straightening that front leg. Pressing your heart forward. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. Now let's just keep that flow moving. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. One more time. Inhale, coming forward. Then exhale, coming back. Coming forward, press the heart forward. Move your blocks back forward. When you're ready, big inhale, step back with the left, coming into a plank. Exhale, drop the knees, chest and forehead towards the mat. And press the pelvis into the floor, press the tops of the feet into the floor, and lift the chest and shoulders. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Take a couple breaths here. Then tuck your toes, coming through tabletop. Press yourself back into downward facing dog. Press the heels towards the mat. Lift your tailbone to the sky. Press your heart down towards your feet. Very good. Lift the right foot and step forward between your hands. Still just warming up those hips. Coming at them from a different angle. I'm going to use my blocks, moving them in under my hands. Press the heart forward. Sinking forward. Now let's activate this position. Flexing the glutes on the left side. Dragging your right heel back towards center. Pressing the heart forward. Shoulders are on the back of your body. Very good. Now begin straightening that right leg. Bring your blocks back about halfway. Straightening that right leg. The right toes are pointing towards the sky. Press your heart down towards that foot. Now inhale, come forward, plant the foot. Press your heart forward. And then exhale, come back, straightening the leg, pressing your heart towards your foot. And let's continue this motion, rocking back and forth at your own pace, stretching out the back of that leg, and gaining some mobility here. I have really tight hamstrings and hips. So this is just basic daily maintenance for me. And then coming forward, pressing your heart forward. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, step forward with the left foot. Drop your crown of your head down towards the mat. Let your hands hang down towards the floor. It's okay if you put a little bend in your knees here. Rounding the back. Allow yourself to just hang here in space.
Go to the breath. Finding relaxation in this pose. If it feels good, maybe begin pedaling the feet, straightening those one knee and then the other. Very good. Coming halfway up, straightening the back, looking straight down at the mat. Hinging from the hips, press your heart down towards the feet. Continuing to look straight down. And in this position, now flex the quadriceps muscles, the front of the thigh, both legs, lifting the kneecaps. Feel how that intensified the stretch in the back of your legs. Now press your heart down a little bit further. Very good. Now put a bend in your knees. Touch the floor. Inhale, hinging from the hips. Bringing your arms up and overhead. Come to upward salute. Looking up. Arching back. And then exhale, hands come to your heart. All right. So that was kind of the deconstructed sun salutation warm-up. We started on our hands and knees, but we went through all of those same elements of the sun salutation, just took them out of order and made it more of a grounded practice. So now let's talk a little bit about Sun Salutation A. Sun A is a really common sequence that it just leaves out a couple of the things, and it's a little bit more of a strong practice. So we'll go through it with the accommodations, and then we'll go through it as a little bit of a stronger practice. So coming to your Tadasana mountain pose, standing up straight and tall. Inhale, raising your hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Up, salute. Exhale, folding forward, touch the mat. Inhale, halfway up, pressing the heart towards the mat. Exhale, touch the mat again. Now inhale, step back. Drop that back knee and press your heart forward. This is low lunge. This is an accommodation. In Sun A, you would step back into high lunge with the back leg straight. But we're going to move through it this first time with the accommodation. So this should be very familiar to you. Pressing your heart. Now step back with the right. We're going to introduce something that we haven't in the class before. Dropping your knees. We're going to lowering your torso down towards the mat, the heart towards the mat, and then stop at the bottom of a push-up. This is known as Chaturanga Dandasana. And then as you press your pelvis into the mat, point your toes, lift your chest and shoulders. Bhujangasana. Also, this is also the accommodation within this sequence. The full expression is upward facing dog. And we did this last time in class, pressing yourself up. The hips are off the floor, knees are off the floor, shoulders on the back, press your heart forward. That's upward dog. Then tuck your toes, press yourself back into downward facing dog. And then step forward with the left, heart comes forward. Notice my knee is back on this, my knee is down here. And then exhale, step forward with the right, fold forward. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. How are we doing, guys? Sun A. All right, let's do it again. We'll do it again on the other side. And I'll just move through it. So inhale, arms come up.
Exhale, forward fold. Touch the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, touch the floor. Inhale, step back with the right. Knee is lifted. High lunge. Step back with the left. Lowering the chest and torso, coming into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, sliding forward, coming into upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward with the right. Exhale, step forward with the left. Fold forward. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So not too different from the things that we've been doing. So there's another variation on this Sun Salutation A that I'll give you. It eliminates the high lunge. So inhale, hands to your heart. Exhale. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands come to the mat, step back with the left and right, coming to the top of the plank. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And in many of these types of yoga, they will either step, jump, or hop forward. So if you decide you wanted to hop forward, look forward at your hands, bend the knees, hop, and then come into folding. Come halfway up. Exhale, hands come back down to the mat. And then inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Very good. Let's come to lying down on our mat. Let's catch our breath here for a sec. Sinking down into the mat, just resting your body, feeling your contact points with the floor. Let your feet fall out to the side, palms facing up. Release your breath. Let's just take a moment to feel where you are right now in your body. Take a nice gentle inhale all the way in, reach your arms up and overhead, get a good stretch. Left and right side. And when you're ready, roll over to the side and press yourself back up to a sit. And then find your way to the front of your mat.
So now we're gonna look at our Sun Salutation B. Sun Salutation B is another extension on the Sun Salutation A, or the traditional Sun Salute that we've been doing in class. I really feel like Sun Salute is almost a workout in itself. If you do this practice, it'll take you through almost every move that you need to warm up both your shoulders and hips, with the one exception being there's no twists. So I usually, if I'm using this as a basis for my workout or for my practice, I add a twist at the end and possibly a balancing pose. All right. So coming back to the front of the mat, standing in mountain pose. Feet are to touching or close, a little bit closer than hip width apart. Standing nice and tall. Inhale the hands to the heart center. Exhale. Inhale, arms come up, high salute. Exhale, sitting down and back into plank, into chair pose. Utkatasana, reaching the arms up, sitting back on your heels. You might even feel your toes getting light. Reaching up, lifting the heart. Chair pose. Inhale, exhale, fold forward, touch the floor. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward, touch the floor, step back into high lunge. Press your heart forward, inhale. Step back to the top of a plank. Now lowering into chaturanga. Then sliding forward, lifting into up dog or bhujangasana, shoulders on the back. Exhale, coming into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left foot, step forward between the hands. Now pivot that right foot down to the mat, and then bring the torso upright, and lifting the arms, coming into it. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana one, lifting the heart, pressing down into the outside edge of that right foot, rounding down in the left foot. Very good. That's a big inhale here. And then exhale, bringing the hands back down to the floor, stepping back to the top of the plank. And then moving through your chaturanga, lowering the chest towards the floor. Elbows are pointing towards the back. Lifting up into upward facing dog, point the toes. Lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the right foot, stepping forward. Pressing the heart forward. Left knee remains lifted. Spinning that left foot down to the mat. Bringing the torso upright. Warrior one on the other side. Big inhale. Exhale, bringing the hands back down to the mat. Step back to the top of a plank. Chaturanga, either on the feet or the knees, coming forward. Lifting into bhujangasana or upward dog. Inhale and then exhale, downward facing dog. Very good. Now stepping forward with the right foot, pressing the heart forward. Very good. Stepping forward with the left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bringing the arms up and overhead, sitting back into chair pose. Now inhale, standing up, arms up and overhead, arching back. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Another big inhale. Release the hands to the side. So that's Sun B. Want to do it again? All right, let's do it one more time. Make sure you got it, and then we'll move on to something else. Inhaling, hands come to heart center. Exhale. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, sit back in the chair. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, touch the floor. Inhale, step back, high lunge. Step back with the right to the plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, bhujangasana or up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, down dog. Inhale, stepping forward with the left. Spinning that right heel down, coming up to warrior one. Exhale, hands come back down to the mat. Come stepping back to the top of a plank. Move through your chaturanga, dropping the knees, chest, forehead, lifting into up dog or bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward with the right. Heart comes forward, left leg is lifted. Spin that left foot down, coming into warrior on this side. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Inhale, exhale, hands come to the mat. Stepping back to the top of a plank. Moving through chaturanga, bhujangasana or up dog. Tuck the toes, coming into down dog. Step forward with the right. Step forward with the left. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, arms come up, sitting down and back. Inhale, reaching up, arching back. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, exhaling. All right. So let's do one of the things that I said that we were missing in the Sun A and the Sun B. Let's go ahead and do our tree pose for a balancing pose. We got time. So maybe if you have a blanket there, let's move it out of the way. Coming to standing in Tadasana pose. Body's in alignment, feeling nice and strong. Shift your weight over into that right foot. Bring the left foot. You may use it as a kickstand by your ankle. You can bring it up to your calf. You can bring it up to your thigh. Find your balance. Look to a fixed point in the distance to focus your attention. Continue to press that left knee out to the side. Press the foot into the leg into the foot. You can grow your branches overhead, wiggle your leaves. If you like, you can bring your hands back down, reach down and grab your left toe with your first two fingers and bring your leg out to the side. I have to bring my other arm out for balance and then straighten that leg. And that's about all I've got, but it feels pretty good. And then with control, bring it in and back down. Awesome. Let's do the other side. Now this side may be different. It's different for me because my left is not my dominant side, so I'm not as strong on that side. But that's why we have to work that side twice as much. So often I'll have to start here with the kickstand, finding balance on the left hand, on the left leg, grounding down. Pressing that knee out to the side. Engaging your core muscles, standing straight and tall. Grow your branches. Another fun challenge when you're in this position is to tilt your head back and look at the ceiling. Sometimes just changing that view
it changes the way the fluid in your inner ear keeps track of your balance. So it creates another challenge. When you've had enough of that, bring your hands back down to heart center. Maybe reach down and grab your big toe. I'm gonna have to reach over and grab my wall too. It's all right. Leg comes out to the side, maybe press the heel away. Very good, it's all right. Bring that foot back into center. And with grace and control, lower that foot back down to the mat. All right, let's come to lying back down on the mat. Rosie, you need to stop. All right. Plant the feet. Let's do a nice supine twist here. So bringing the arms out to the left and right. Cross the left over the right. Pick your hips up and move them over to the left a little bit, and then let the knees fall over to your right. Maybe pull the knees up closer to your nose. It'll give you a little bit more space to allow gravity to pull you over into this twist. Once you find your comfortable spot, look over at your left hand. And allow yourself to just release into this position. When you're ready, lift your knees, uncross. And then recross your legs the other way. Move your hips over to the right. Let your knees fall over to the left. And look over at your right hand. If it's comfortable to you, close your eyes. And just focus on your breath. And focus on the sensations in your body. Notice where your body is stretching, twisting. Notice those places where you feel sensation. And also notice the places where you don't. And then begin shifting your awareness from the places where you do feel something to the places where you don't. Switch back and forth. Inhale, bringing those knees back up. Uncross. And then with the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall out to the left and right. You may want to draw your heels a little closer to your groin. And just let the knees fall. Let gravity pull them down towards the floor. Rest your hands and arms on the floor. Let's continue that focus that we were doing just a moment ago. Focus on the tension or the stretch that you might be feeling in your groin area or the inside of your legs. Now focus on some area in your body with no sensation. Now shift your attention back to your sensations. And now shift them back to the areas without. Very good. Now let's extend our legs below us, slightly separated. Let your toes fall out to the side. Palms are facing upward. Arms are away from your body. Let yourself feel nice and heavy, sinking down into your mat. Mentally scan your body for any areas of tension or stress. And allow yourself to release that stress, melting down into the floor. Resting in Shavasana. It's time to come back into your bodies. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe roll out your wrists and your ankles. Take a big inhale and reach the arms up and overhead. Get a good stretch on the left and on the right. And when you're ready, roll over to your right side. Draw your knees into a fetal pose and just rest here for a moment. And when you're ready, press your strong left hand into the mat, bringing yourself back up to a seat. Awesome. Bring your hands together, heart center. Let's take a nice big inhale together for the sound of Om. Well, it was a pleasure practicing with you all today. Doing the Sun Salute A's and B's. That's a pretty strong practice. I'm publishing these things on YouTube channel in case you want to go back for reference, or take a look at that book that I showed you guys at the front of the class. This Yoga Trainer's Inside Guide. All right. It was great to practice with you guys. Have a great day. Namaste. Thanks for coming. It's fun to practice with you all.
Namaste. Thank you so much.